In this lecture, we'll talk about contracts that deploy other contracts. We have a simple contract named A and a state variable of type address named owner A. This is the address of the account that deploys this contract. Inside the constructor, I initialize owner A with msg.sender. msg.sender being the address of the account that deploys the contract. Of course, we can deploy this contract as usual. So selecting an account from here, I simply deploy contract A, and the owner of contract A is the address that has deployed the contract. So the address that starts with CA35B and so on. We can see it's the address from here, the first address. My contract A can be deployed by an externally owned account, as we have seen, or by another contract. Let's create another contract named creator that will deploy my contract A. So creator, and inside my creator contract, I want a variable of type address and public named owner creator. This will be the creator of this contract. In the constructor, I initialize owner creator with msg.sender. My creator contract will deploy the contract A by using a function. My contract will have a function that, when calling, creates instances of contract A. So let's create a function deploy A. This function is public, and inside this function I write address, new A address equals new uppercase A and parentheses. This is the name of my contract A, and here I would write arguments of xConstructor, but xConstructor has no argument, so we don't have any argument here. What does this statement do? This statement creates an instance of A, so it deploys an A contract and returns its address inside this variable. So new A address is the address of my new deployed A contract. My creator contract can deploy many A contracts. Somehow I must save all addresses of these deployed contracts. Otherwise I lose them. So here I create another state variable. This time this is a dynamic array variable of type addresses, public, and this array will contain all addresses of my deployed A contracts. So deployed A. And here, when I create a new instance, I'll add that instance, so that address, to my dynamic array. So deployed A, push new A address. Let's test it. I deploy the creator contract using this account, the first account from here. The contract has been deployed. And now if I want to create an A contract, so to deploy the A contract, I simply press on this button and then this function will be called. So I deployed an instance of contract A, another instance, another instance. So I deployed 3 contracts. Yeah, I have 3 transactions. This is the address of my first deployed A contract. This is the address of the second contract, and this is the address of the third contract. As we can see here, the owner creator variable is the account that deployed the creator contract, so that starts with CA3. Okay, and the addresses of my deployed A contract are inside this dynamic array. It's very important to see who is the owner A of these deployed contracts. Let's take the address of the first deployed contract. I'll copy that address, and here I'll select A and load contract from address, and I paste X address, so the address of my first A contract. The A contract has been loaded here, and we can see that the owner, so msg.sender inside A, is the address of the creator contract. The address that starts with 35E is the owner of A contract. So inside contract A, msg.sender is not the address of the account that calls the deploy A function, but it's the address of this contract. Sometimes this is not good because we want inside a contract, even if that contract is deployed by another contract, to have access to the address of the externally owned account that called that function. We can solve this problem by using an argument inside the constructor of a contract. So here I'll add an argument, let's say address underline EOA. Okay, the address of the account that calls the function of contract B. And here owner is not msg.sender, but it's underline EOA. And here I'll pass the msg.sender variable to the constructor of contract A. So msg.sender inside creator is the account that calls this function. This argument from here goes here, so it's this argument, and inside contract A, owner A will be the address of the EOA account. So this is how we solve this problem. Okay, let's test it one more time. So I deploy the creator contract using the first account from here. And now using the last account, I'll call the deploy A function from my creator contract. So the contract creator deployed an instance of contract A. This is the address of my new A contract. I'll copy that address and I'll paste it here. I select here A and I want to load the A contract at this address. Yeah, the contract that has been deployed by contract creator. This is the contract, and here the owner A is not the creator address, but it's the externally owned account that called that function. So the address that starts with DD8. We can see here DD8. So this is how we deploy a contract from another contract and how we preserve inside my deployed contract the address of the account that called the function that deployed the contract. In the next lecture, I'll show you how to incorporate these features into our auction contract. See you soon.